Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
No.
Morning. Not yet. Apareceu a mensagem para mim.
Right, ready.
Ready? Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending where you are receiving us. Welcome to this activity in the first International Weekend of Conscientiology. So this activity is called Meet the Authors. The idea is to bring you our newest books published in Spanish, Romanian, and English. And we have here, because it is a moment of celebration of conscientiology and of books, we have here the authors, the translators, and also the revisers of these books. And we have together with us our partnerships, Editares, which is the publisher of Conscientiology. Most books are published with Editares. We have here, the coordinator, the current coordinator of Editares, Cristina Alvanger. Hello, Cristina, welcome. You want to say a couple of words so people know who you are? Please feel free. No, I cannot see her.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, and here's Roberta Bouchardet, also from Editares, editor of some of our books, right? Hello, Roberta, welcome.
Thank you, Liliana. Well, we from Editares are very happy to this partnership. It was very good to work with this team of ISIC and to accomplish these books. If we weren't working together, it wasn't possible to do it without your help. So it's very good to have all these launchings.
We're very happy of this work that we do together with you guys. Yes. And we also have Carlos Moreno. Hello, Carlos. Good to have you here. Welcome. Cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. Turn on your mic.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Carlos Moreno, yo soy voluntario de Editares, tengo mucho gusto en estar encontrando ustedes acá. Estamos acá trabajando para hacerlo mejor en obras conscienciológicas. Mucho gusto.
Muchas gracias también a ti. Okay, so we have also invited two other members of Editares, which I am not sure if they are already in the room, but we've invited Lane Galgino, also helped us a lot in these tasks, and also Denise Paro, we also invited, yeah? I think Denise is in the room. I think I saw her. Okay, so what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? We are going to start with the presentation of our books in Spanish, and then it will follow Romanian, and the last will be English books. So here we have Virginia Ruiz, our co-coordinator of ISIC, which is responsible for all the Spanish books, and she will start presenting. After, we will have Agino Preia, our dear colleague from Romania, who is now in Foz do Iguaçu, spending the month with us, right? And she will present the book in Romanian, right? And then it will be back to me to present the English books. Welcome, everyone, and let's do this. Virginia, your turn.
Muchas gracias, Liliana. Bienvenidos a todos al fin de semana internacional de la concienciología. Es con gran placer que presentamos 3 libros en español este año. Esperemos que a lo largo del año presentemos muchos más, pero hoy tenemos 3 libros, entre ellos Mapeo de la señalética energética, Curso intermisivo y Céfiro. Primero quería agradecer el soporte dado por los voluntarios de Editares, porque sin ellos no hubiese sido posible lanzar y editar estos libros al público. En segundo momento, me gustaría agradecer muchísimo a todos los traductores y revisores que pasan horas y horas enfrente de su computadora o de su ordenador haciendo las revisiones, porque es un trabajo bastante laborioso, detallista. Sabemos que no es nada fácil, pero todos los traductores hispanos lo hacen, les encanta, lo hacen con mucho entusiasmo y placer, entonces les quiero agradecer. Y sin más dilación, yo creo que podemos comenzar con el primer libro, que es Mapeo de la señalética energética, y me gustaría llamar a Sandra Tornieri, es la autora, y a los traductores Mariana Nieto, revisores Mónica Cornic y Estela Pinimonte, y la revisión gráfica yo misma. Muy bien, entonces vamos a comenzar. Sandra, cuando quieras.
Es un grande placer estar aquí hoy. Entonces, estoy con mi colinha aquí. Voy a hablar para todos. Es una gran satisfacción tener traducido en español el libro Mapeo de la Sinalética Parapsíquica. Significa la abertura internacional para la expansión de la neurociencia sinaleticología y para lo público hispano. E para que esse projeto chegara a bom término, se necessitaram muitas manos e equipos. Quero agradecer ao equipo de ISIC, Serviços Internacionais para a Internacionalização da Conscienciologia, em especial a la tradutora e amiga Mariana Nieto, e as revisoras também amigas, Mônica Cornic, Estela Pademonte, Virginia Ruiz, né, que trabalharam muito para que esta obra, para que este livro pudesse estar agora em nossas mãos aqui. Então, quem quiser já está disponível na Amazon, no POD. Vamos divulgar, né, para que todos tenham possibilidade de adquirir esse livro. Também agradeço a Denise Paro e a equipe de Editares por promover a publicação de obras internacionais em todo o mundo. Aproveito para invitar também a los leitores de habla hispana que queiram profundizar em tema de la sinalética parapsíquica. Temos debates online num atendimento a grupos de leitores e de las ICs que leram o livro e desejam debater sobre o tema e fazer questionamentos, solamente com agendamentos. Temos também o Colégio Invisível de la Sinaléticologia, grupo de pesquisadores online, temos encontros quincenais, los sábados de 11 às 12h30, com o pré-requisito a ser voluntário de la Conscienciologia e ter interesse em desenvolver alguma pesquisa em área. O projeto principal neste momento é o dicionário de la Sinaléticologia, sendo construído em plataforma digital. Temos também cursos e talleres online de la Sinalética, oferecidas pelo Colégio Invisível de la Sinaléticologia, em parceria com a Comunicons e também o CAEC. E para quem deseja mais informações, invitamos a entrar em nosso site, que estará aí também para quem queira entrar, sinaléticologia.org. Então, é meu pequeno recado, que estou muito satisfeita com este grande momento. Gracias a todos.
Muchísimas gracias, Sandra. Muy buen español. Gracias por el esfuerzo de haber hablado en otro idioma, que yo también te entiendo, ¿no? Porque cuando hablas otro idioma es más difícil, pero excelente. Y vamos a pasar para la traductora Mari. Mari Nieto, cuando quieras, por favor.
Bueno, yo también quiero agradecer mucho a la autora, a Sandra Tornieri, por esta obra que esclarece tan minuciosamente el tema de señalética parapsíquica, que es muy importante para la evolución. Y bueno, Sandra es una amiga evolutiva muy querida, y me regaló un ejemplar cuando lo editó, pero yo no lo había podido leer hasta que lo traduje. Entonces fue lectura y traducción a la vez, y también práctica, porque al mismo tiempo que traducía iba experimentando las técnicas que se proponen en el libro. Con esto quiero decir que el libro es un gran motivador, no solo de la reflexión, sino por sobre todas las cosas de la acción. Entonces, eso habla mucho, evidencia la teática de la autora en este tema. Así que agradezco mucho a Sandra por hacernos llegar esta obra, y también agradezco a ISIC por la oportunidad de participar en el equipo de traductores, y especialmente a vos, Virginia, por el epicentrismo interasistencial que demostrás en cada trabajo que compartimos. Gracias.
Muchísimas gracias, Mariana. Es un placer trabajar contigo también. Y pasamos ahora, bueno, Mariana es argentina y pasamos para Mónica también. Bueno, el equipo está compuesto por muchos argentinos. Pasamos para Mónica.
Bueno,
Pasa la palabra.
Agradezco también estar acá y agradezco la confianza para poder hacer en este caso la revisión de este libro de Sandra Tornieri, que es fundamental para desarrollar y ampliar nuestro parapsiquismo. En mi caso, en especial, como haciendo la revisión del libro, como me pasa también con traducciones, cada libro que yo trabajo para un autor, por supuesto, pongo como eje principal al autor, ¿no? Y trato de, a través de la empatía, acoplarme con ese autor, ¿no? Como una forma responsable y de respeto al autor. Me pasa habitualmente. Y eso me facilita mucho porque cuando hago las revisiones, por ejemplo, también las traducciones, no estoy sola nunca trabajando. Trabajo con equipos de amparadores de función de cada uno de los temas y de los autores. Entonces, disfruto muchísimo. Yo siempre le digo a Virginia, que siempre estoy muy agradecida por su confianza para incluirme en el equipo, que cada obra de traducción o revisión, en este caso mapeo, como bien decía Mariana, es, practicar, es aplicar constantemente mientras vamos traduciendo o revisando. Y por eso estoy agradecida también, porque es una forma de ampliar mi propia evolución con cada uno de los trabajos, ¿sí? Así que eso es como para tener una idea de cómo vamos trabajando, ¿no? Que no trabajamos solos nunca. Y bueno, agradezco a Sandra, por supuesto siempre a Virginia, por su organización. Yo destaco la organización, ¿no? Es un placer trabajar con Virginia como epicentro nuestro para editar y por supuesto para seguir llevando libros al planeta de distintas lenguas y llevar la conscienciología. Así que muchas gracias.
Muchísimas gracias, Mónica, otra súper veterana traductora que ayuda mucho a la expansión de la concienciología en la lengua hispana. Y tenemos aquí a Estela también Pedemonti, otra argentina que trabaja junto en el equipo. Estela, por favor, cuando quieras.
¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes a todos. Y bueno, como mis colegas, yo agradezco formar parte de este equipo porque los campos en los cuales estoy envuelta cuando hago revisiones o traducciones, la conexión con el autor, la conexión con todo el equipo es un disfrute y es realmente una ventaja, un placer poder participar de este equipo que, bueno, Virginia, vos le diste un empuje y lideraste, y para nosotros en Argentina es muy, muy importante tener obras de concienciología en español. Así que muchísimas gracias por permitirme ser parte de este equipo y por confiar en mí. Gracias.
Gracias a vosotros. Quería destacar que el libro de Sandra Tornieres es un libro muy didáctico y la lectura es súper recomendado porque es muy práctico. Entonces, según vas leyendo, vas aplicando técnicas, vas pensando en qué tipos de señalética tienes. Entonces, como decían mis compañeras, a medida que haces la revisión también te beneficias de esa lectura. Entonces, recomiendo a los futuros lectores que nos estén escuchando en YouTube que lean esta obra porque te ayuda a entenderte mejor a ti mismo, a entender cómo funcionas a nivel parapsíquico, un conocimiento que te suma mucho, ¿no? En tu intraconciencialidad. Entonces, entonces recomiendo muchísimo, ¿no? Y si alguien más quiere comentar alguna cosa, o si no, pasamos para el siguiente libro. Me están recordando aquí. Pues muchas gracias. Muchas gracias, Sandra. Y seguimos para el siguiente libro, que es Curso Intermisivo. Llamamos a Tatiana Mota, directamente de Australia. Muchísimas gracias por estar hoy aquí. La traductora es Mónica Gornicki, revisora Estela Pedemonti y revisión gráfica Beatriz Cea y yo misma. Entonces, llamo a todos de nuevo para abrir la cámara. Tatiana, bienvenida. Coméntanos tu obra, Curso Intermisivo.
Hola a todos, buenos días desde Australia. Estoy muy feliz de lanzar mi libro en español y gracias por la oportunidad de estar aquí hablando de mi libro. Me gustaría agradecer a todos que han contribuido para materializar esta obra en español. Entonces, Mónica, Estela, Bea y Virginia, y todo el equipo de Editares y ISIC también. Y me gustaría hablar un poquito de mi libro, Curso Intermisivo. Entonces, el tema Curso Intermisivo es un curso de preparación para la vida humana que la conciencia puede haber tomado antes de nacer, con el objetivo de prepararla para enfrentar con éxito los desafíos de la vida humana. Entonces, yo me reconozco como una intermisivista, que es una conciencia que hice el curso intermisivo, ¿sí? Entonces, mi libro es un libro que es basado en lo que llamamos de prueba del intermisivista o test del intermisivista, que es un capítulo del Tratado 700 Experimentos de la Conscienciología de profesor Valdo Vieira. Entonces yo tengo una copia en mi libro y mi libro es basado en este capítulo, es el capítulo 540 que se llama Vivencias de su curso intermisivo. Y en este capítulo, profesor Valdo habla de 10 rasgos que la conciencia que ha hecho un curso intermisivo tiene. Entonces, él dice que si la persona contesta positivamente a por lo menos 5 de estos 10 rasgos, hay una probabilidad que ella tenga hecho un curso intermisivo. Entonces, la idea del libro es que yo creé un capítulo para cada rasgo y yo abordo el tema de cada rasgo, ideas para que la persona pueda reflexionar y posicionarse acerca del rasgo, ¿sí? Y lo que me motivó a escribir sobre este tema fue una experiencia parapsíquica que yo tuve en el año 2003. en un curso para docentes de Conscienciología. Entonces, en este curso contestamos el test del intermisivista y yo comprendí que yo era una intermisivista. Y en la práctica energética, yo tuve una experiencia donde me percibí en un sitio extrafísico, como si fuera un campus de universidad, y percibí muchas cosas, tuve muchas experiencias allá y comprendí el tema de mi programación existencial. Entonces, esta experiencia cambió toda mi vida. Y la idea de mi libro es ayudar a las personas a reflexionar acerca de sus propios cursos intermisivos y su programación existencial también. Y acerca de la estructura del libro, es un libro que donde propongo preguntas también para ayudar el lector a posicionarse acerca de los temas de Conscienciología y del curso intermisivo también. Y es un libro muy fácil de leer. Mi público meta son los lectores legos sobre el tema de la Conscienciología, de la ciencia, de los cursos intermisivos. Entonces, yo pienso que mi libro es un libro invitación, un libro para invitar a las personas que se identifiquen como intermisivistas o tengan una curiosidad acerca del tema, para que tengan una nueva perspectiva de sus vidas para llevar a cabo su programación existencial. Y me gustaría invitar a todas las personas de habla hispana que sientan que tienen una misión o un proyecto de vida por cumplir, a leer en este libro y reflexionar sobre sus megatalentos, sus megadesafíos en esta vida. Y estoy disponible si tienen alguna pregunta sobre el libro o el tema. Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti, Tatiana. Estoy totalmente de acuerdo que es un libro para lectores de primera vez, ¿no? Aquellos que quieren entender un poco más sobre concienciología. Y está muy bien escrito, pero Mónica y Estela nos pueden hablar más sobre él.
Tu libro yo lo pedí, había un listado y yo lo pedí porque es un tema que personalmente siempre me atrajo. Digamos que yo tenía vamos a decir, entre idea y certeza de haber tenido mi curso intermisivo interesante, y por eso estoy hace tantos años en la Conscienciología. Traducir tu libro fue una experiencia totalmente distinta, porque cada libro tiene, digamos, diferentes temas especialmente, y fue un trabajo intensivo mental somático. Los campos fueron totalmente mental somáticos, y en mi caso especial, traduciendo ese libro, te tengo que agradecer porque tuve certezas de un montón de cosas y tuve muchas retrocogniciones de cursos intermisivos, de distintas experiencias en otras áreas de paraprocedencia, en vidas, ¿no es cierto? Y eso favoreció, es decir, leerlo, traducirlo, revisarlo, y sentir una atracción así saludable, responsable, ¿no es cierto? Amplía todo lo necesario, la capacidad para evolucionar. Así que te agradezco muchísimo y recomiendo a todo el mundo que lo lean. Así que gracias.
Gracias, Mónica. Estela, por favor.
Sí, yo quería agradecer otra vez el permitirme hacer este trabajo, porque es sumamente satisfactorio, evolutivo, y Tatiana recomienda el libro para los que creen que tienen algún proyecto de vida, los intermisivistas, y yo iría un poquito más allá, si me permiten, y yo les pediría que lo lean, y si consideran que no hicieron curso intermisivo, bueno, pues no importa, a prepararse para el próximo, que este libro los va a ayudar muchísimo porque da muchas herramientas. Así que muchas gracias, Tatiana y Vir.
Muchas gracias, Estela. Beatriz Cea también participó de la revisión gráfica. No está presente ahora, pero agradecer su revisión. Carlos Moreno, además de editor, también ayudó en la revisión y fue de una forma así, ayudó mucho para la cualificación del libro. Entonces quiero agradecer tu revisión de español, que nos ayudó bastante, ¿no? Porque siempre hay detalles, hay cosas, entonces inmensamente agradecida. Y me están avisando que ya ha pasado el tiempo, entonces muchísimas gracias a todos. Tatiana, gracias. Y nada, esperamos nuevos libros de tu parte. Un gran abrazo y pasamos para Céfiro. Céfiro, por favor, invito a Mabel Teles, qué bien que está aquí, la autora. Como traductora tenemos a Rosemary Victoriano, revisoras Ana Ruiz y María Cristina Nievas. Yo también hice la revisión, fue un libro así bastante complejo, ¿no? Entonces tuvimos que tener bastantes traductores y revisores. Y nada, vamos allá. Mabel, cuéntanos un poco de qué se trata el libro.
Hola, buenas tardes. Más que nada quería agradecer la oportunidad de estar aquí en este día donde vamos a tener el Céfiro en español. No, para mí es un marco tener este libro en español porque tengo una cierta conexión con el habla, con el país de España y también los otros países del habla español. Entonces, para mí es importante. Quería agradecer mucho al equipo que trabajó en este libro, en la traducción, primeramente Editares. Todo empezó con Denise Paro, que Denise estaba trabajando para ampliar la traducción de los libros para los otros idiomas, ¿no? Entonces, mi conexión, mi contacto en la Editares fue primeramente con Denise Paro, y luego apareció José para estar ahí trabajando en la traducción, entonces agradezco mucho, y también después Cristina y Ana Ruiz para hacer los detalles de las revisiones, que tardó un poco, ¿no? Y estábamos ahí también discutiendo con las chicas de Argentina si Céfiro sería con Z o con C, y finalmente terminamos con Z, que a mí me gustó mucho. Entonces es un libro que habla sobre esta personalidad extrafísica, ¿no? Que es conocida como Céfiro, que en verdad es el nombre o la paridentidad del propositor de la Conscientiología, que es Valdo Vieira. Entonces es un libro que intenta trazer un poco algunas hipótesis de retrovidas de esta personalidad y de su papel en la Conscienciología de una manera general, ¿no? Es un libro de holobiográfico, una intención, ¿no? De ser algo en ese sentido, ¿no? Pero, en verdad, Virginia, me gustaría más ahora de escuchar un poco las traductoras y las revisoras para hablar un poco cómo fue este trabajo.
Vamos allá, entonces, Rosemary, por favor.
Olá a todos. Eu primeiro agradeço muito a Mabel por escrever esse livro, sim, porque sim, ela é autor, o tradutor não tem sentido. E agradeço também ao professor Valdo, porque foi um dia quando eu comprei o livro Céfiro em português e fui pedir lá que me firmara o professor Valdo e Mabel, porque eu pensei, bueno, os dois juntos, todavia melhor, não? Então, quando barrei já em tertuliário, e, bueno, saí de lá já com a incumbência, né, de traduzir o livro. Depois se agregou-se aí Cristina, Ana Ruiz, então, minha gratidão, assim, é eterna a toda essa equipe. E, bueno, cuando se trabaja con Séfiro, cuando se hace una traducción, se hace una evocación muy fuerte de la personalidad, tanto del autor quanto aqui, como foi o caso del biografado, ¿no? E isso me trajo muitos cambios em minha vida, muitas reflexões, algumas projeções também, porque estávamos falando de Valdo Vieira, e Valdo Vieira, bueno, foi quem lançou aí o Tratado de Conscientiologia, e isso foi muito importante, porque os reciclagens que aconteceram durante todo o trabalho e depois também, foi bastante importante em minha vida, não? Muitos cambios. Então, eu agradeço a Eterna a toda a equipe e desejo que os ventos de câmbio de Séfiro produzam muitos reciclagens evolutivos em la vida de cada um dos leitores do livro. Então, é isso que eu desejo.
Precioso, Rosemary. La frase muy bonita y muchísimas gracias. Resaltar que Rosemary es brasileña, pero vivió en Argentina, entonces esta vez fue interesante, ¿no? Porque en general los traductores son nativos, pero esta vez fue al contrario, y entonces ahora pasamos a María Cristina, Argentina, y después a Ana.
Me gustaría escuchar un poco, María Cristina, exacto, y Ana.
Que no entendí qué.
No, que me gustaría...
Puedes comenzar.
Yo quiero agradecer también, hago extensión de lo que habló Rosemary, estoy muy agradecida, me sale el portugués, soy muy agradecida con Mabel, ¿no? Por haber hecho esa obra, pensaba que es una osadía evolutiva hacer esa obra, me gustó mucho. Sentí mucho placer, es verdad lo que dice Rosemary, la evocación que da, ¿no? Todo el trabajo de una conciencia, pensaban en el tema sobre la intermisión, el trabajo que una conciencia puede llegar a ser lúcida, ¿no? de lo que es la evolución, y cómo fue un trabajo realmente muy importante que pudo ser rescatado. Por eso te agradezco mucho, Mabel, esa obra, porque no, es una obra realmente inédita, desde un punto de vista de biografía, de holobiografía. Pienso que no hay quien no considere que es una obra inédita. Difícil de seguir, yo pensaba, ¿cómo hizo ese trabajo? Me quedo pensando, ¿no? Y la importancia de cómo un tipo de trabajo de ese nivel nos va mostrando los avances evolutivos que podemos llegar a tener cuando vamos realmente reconociendo lo que es la evolución y el trabajo, ¿no? ¿Por qué? Porque pienso que ese libro, por lo menos la sensación que yo tengo, que activa para cerebros, porque ayuda mucho a poder, con ese trabajo de estar ahí meses haciendo toda una propuesta de pasarlo, ¿no? A otro idioma, va produciendo muchas, alimentando posibilidades de sinapsis, porque va recreando muchos efectos sobre lo que es la evolución misma, ¿no? Entonces yo estoy muy grata. Podría hablar mucho más, pero sé que hay poco tiempo, así que muchas gracias, Mabel, por supuesto, muchas gracias a Séfiro por el trabajo que ha hecho. Y estoy muy grata también al equipo, ¿no? Tanto con Rosemary, con Rosemary yo ya he trabajado antes, ¿no? En Conscientiología, también ayudó mucho ella en ese trabajo. Y Ana, muchas gracias.
Buenas tardes. Yo voy a concordar con todo lo que han dicho mis colegas. Primero fue un placer, así fue una experiencia muy rica. Me llamó la atención dos cosas, principalmente el campo mental somático que se creaba cuando hacía esa revisión. Realmente sí me llamó la atención que fue como si fuese ¿cómo se dice? un momento que no había tenido hasta ahora. Entonces entrar dentro de un campo metasomático, equipe extrafísica, la evocación do Céfiro en las diferentes vidas, traía también evocación de diferentes países, las diferentes personas que estaban envolvidas, consciexes, paraconsiexes. Entonces fue una experiencia enriquecedora. Y también otra cosa que me llamó la atención fue que você acaba percibiendo la forma de escrita de la autora, en el caso fue de Mabel. A mí me llamó la atención cómo ella pensaba y cómo comienzas a entender cómo ella piensa, cómo ella coloca las ideas y enriquece, que eso es lo que estaba hablando a Cristina, ¿no? A cognición personal y ayuda a crear sinapsis. Entonces, es una obra imperdible, yo la recomiendo mucho y dejar mi gratitud por este libro. Muchas gracias y por la oportunidad.
Gracias a los tres. Gracias a las tres por la presentación. Gracias. Mabel, no te vayas todavía porque...
No te vayas porque ahora va a salir el Céfiro en romeno.
Ahora tenemos a Céfiro en romeno. Por favor,
sí,
convidada.
Now we have a Gina. She's going to... It's all yours.
Yes, thank you. The same great book, other language. I remember the moment when about 3 years ago, back in 2019, I contacted the author, Mabel Teres, to ask her the permission to translate the verse in Romanian. It was a moment that we didn't know where it would lead us. It led us here. Even if for all of us had to face the most different challenges sometimes. Zephyrus has opened the gate for the Conscientiology books in Romanian, although it was not the first book published, but followed Penta Manual and Praxis Manual. But Zephyrus is that one that opened the way. But Zephyrus is not only a book translated into Romanian, it's much more than this. Zephyrus is the energy that has organized other energies and created and structured a holothosene favorable to enhance the conscientiology dissemination in Romania. Zephyrus is a retrocognitive agent that brings more people close to conscientiology. And if we are here, we are because of Zephyrus. We are here more than 10 Romanian people participating in the first International Weekend of Conscientiology. And we are much more at home in Romania. People for whom conscientiology is already more than a science to study and to experiment, but is a way of life. And this is Zephyrus' outstanding merit. It is difficult to speak about Zephyrus, and it is difficult to speak about the scientific value of this book. But in top 10 books to be read in a lifetime, Zephyrus is a must. For me, as a translator, it was a huge opportunity and a challenge and a responsibility. And even if I had the support of the common origin of Portuguese and Romanian, to go beyond the words, to go to the core of the signification of the conscientiological message can be very difficult sometimes. And I have always needed, and I always have the helper's support. Translating conscientiology is different. You cannot translate without the extra physical support of helpers, without the connection that you try to have permanently with them. Or yes, you can, but in that case, you translate only words, not ideas, not the ideas that author wanted to express. Therefore, I want to thank the author for this valuable book and also for her wonderful message she wrote for the Romanian intermissivists. I would like to thank also to Editares volunteers for their support and cooperation. I know it is not easy to publish a book in a language that you don't understand. And also, I want to thank to the Romanian revisers, Adrian Moleavin, Maria Nistor, and Daniela Mareș, for their work and for the group we created in Romania and which grows daily. Thank you for learning together and studying together. And also to the Romanian readers, because they are the target public. The last but not the least, I thank to Zephyrus and to all helpers that support us in our everyday work. Work that we must do in order to fulfill our existential program in this life. And now, if I still have a few minutes, I'd like to say something in Romanian. Well, pentru mine să traduc Zephyrus a fost o șansă extraordinară, a fost o preocupare și o responsabilitate. Și am avut permanent sprijinul echipei de helperi. Nu poți traduce cărți de conștientologie dacă nu ai sprijinul helperilor și nu realizezi o conexiune cu ei. Vreau să îi mulțumesc autoarei pentru această carte extraordinară și pentru mesajul pe care l-a scris și l-a adresat intermisiviștilor români. Și de asemenea vreau să mulțumesc voluntarilor Editares pentru sprijin și cooperare, revizorilor români, publicului român și nu în ultimul rând, aș dori să-i mulțumesc lui Zephyrus și helperilor extrafizici care ne susțin în munca noastră de zi cu zi, muncă pe care trebuie să o desfășurăm pentru a ne îndeplini programul existențial. Thank you. Mulțumesc.
Mulțumesc to you as well. Thank you, Adina. That was precious.
Thank you too.
Okay, so this takes us to the English books. We are a little past the time, but we are going to do this. So the first book, I would ask Cesar Cordioli, its authors, Conscientiology, A Brief Introduction to the Science of Consciousness. So the author is Cesar Cordioli, the translator is Jacqueline Cowan, and the reviser is Jeffrey Lloyd. So please, Cesar.
Hi, everybody. First, I would like to thank that opportunity to be here talking about the launch of the book, Conscientiology, A Brief Introduction to the Science of Consciousness. I would like also to congratulate the initiative of this team of ISIC and all people that are here. I think that this is an important initiative for the expansion of conscientiology and her specialties. This book, I need to thank you for all people that helped to translate, especially Jacqueline Cole, the translator, and also the review by Jeff Lloyd and illustrations by Pedro Marcelino, the team of Epigraphy Editorial, who did the typesetting, and Editares, of course. No? This book is, the central purpose of this book is to present introductory concepts of conscientiology. I gave public lectures about conscientiology and projectiology for more than 4 decades. A lot of people was attended, so I transform these public lectures in some material to help the people who usually asked me after the lecture if conscientiology has some material to in the paper about what we talked. No? So I think that one differential of this book is he's written in a accessible language and has a lot of introductory concepts like the principle of disbelief, chakras, basic mobilization of energies, lucid projection techniques, and other advanced themes in conscientiology like Thosin, Proexis, intermissive course, Penta, Racine, a lot of ideas. Very short. This is a very thin book, but I think that attend the objective to help people who are maintain contact with conscientiology for the first time. So is that. Thank you all for this opportunity, and I would like to pass the word to Jacqueline. Please, and thank you, Jacqueline.
Thank you, Cesar. It was a great opportunity to translate your book. I think as soon as I saw it, I saw the potential for it to be translated into English. And so for the English-speaking, intermissivists to be able to, access this book. So when they're encountering the ideas for the first time, as you said, it's a short book. So it was relatively easy to translate, and it was a quicker process. But even still, it's a very valuable book. And I think that, it will help, these intermissivists arriving for the first time to access these leading edge ideas of conscientiology. So for me, it was a pleasure. And I was very happy to translate this book.
Hello, Jeffrey. You are in the room. Would you like to say some words here? Share with us.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, computer issues. No, look, it's a pleasure doing the translation work, and it's a pleasure being part of the team, and it's a pleasure being able to help an old evolutionary friend and Cesar expand his assistance to more languages. And so thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for the book, Cesar, the contribution to the different languages and to the intermissivists who are out there who need an easy access point to help us to understand the ideas and the new concepts and the new approaches of conscientiology. So congratulations to everyone, and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you to you all. And thank you for your presence as well. Now, the next book that we have in English is the book Will, the Consciousness Itself. The author is Dulce Dao, translator myself, Liliana Alexander, and revisers Jaume Fonseca and also Jeffrey Lloyd. So Dulce, welcome. What can you tell us about this wonderful book?
Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to take part in this important event. And first of all, I'd like to thank ISIC's coordination and team of volunteers and my translator, Liliana Alexandre, and the revisers, Jeffrey Lloyd and Djalma Fonseca. I also wish to thank the coordination of our publisher, Editares, the book's editor, Roberta Bouchardet, and all those who helped this book to be published. Thank you all so much. I've worked for some 5 years doing researching for this book while living in Cognópolis of Foz do Iguaçu in the state of Paraná, Brazil. And my book also reflects the harmonic daily conviviality with the proposer of the science conscientiology, Dr. Valdo Vieira, at the Holocycle and Tertuliarium of the Center for the Higher Studies of Conscientiology, CAEC, in this Cognópolis. Approaching this subject of the will from the perspective of the consciential paradigm represented a challenge for me, as the will is the biggest attribute of the consciousness. I wrote this book based on extra-physical inspiration and on reflections about coexistence of my own personal easy and difficult related to the will, and to my own commitment made during the intermissive period and the intermissive course. And with this book, I would like to help further the researchers of volitionology, help any interested consciousness develop their self-mastery and the use of the will focused on the pertology. And considering the two classic approaches of the will, freedom to choose between objects or objectives, liberum arbitrium, and self-determination to act in a spontaneous way, based on volitionology, I understand that the will is, together with self-discernment, that's the consciential mega attribute propelling evolution. So I've defined the will as the capacity or faculty of a consciousness to direct their self-sustentation and act upon the energies available in the cosmos, promoting and/or modifying knowledge, behavior, decisions, realities, and para-realities. The coexistence of two basic components of the universe, immanent energy, with its omnipresent and consciousness equipped with intelligence, creates an inherent predisposition for consciential action. So, considering this approach, the book was organized in 6 sections. For instance, volitionology, the definitions and concepts related to will, intraconscientiology, pathological volitionology, intervolitionology, voluntary acts, and group karmic consequences, cosmoethicology, and reeducatiology. And that in the end, we proposed that the will is the consciousness itself, the title of the book. The consciousness itself is the condition of integral consciential manifestation in the use of the attributes and maximum potential at any given evolutionary moment, aligned with the cosmic flow despite any external agents or interference. The driving force behind the research and considerations presented in this work were to obtain theoretical self-awareness and self-motivation for the use of the will as an evolutionary tool. So, I wish you all good reading and lots of motivation for the evolutive use of your will. Thank you very much and have a nice journey. Liliana,
Thank you so much.
Very much.
No, thank you, my dear friend. I am the one that feel very honored that I had the opportunity to translate this book, which I think is really a very important book. So this one is not for beginners, maybe. This goes deeper, but it gives you a perspective of what you mean. You go with the history, you explain it so well. It's a journey. The book is a journey, as you just said. Wish you a good journey. The book is a journey that takes you to your thesis, that is will, the consciousness is the will, right? And going through the book, you offer the opportunity of us doing our self-research, our self-awareness, our self-knowledge about how is my will? What are my pathologies of the will? How can I address this? And you give us, multiple opportunities for us to do this assessment, this evaluation, and to move forward to obviously doing some intraconsciential recycling and making our will stronger and actually using it in favor of our evolution as a consciousness, right? This is what I find, this very fantastic journey, and I'm very honored to have participated in that. And obviously, as people said before, me translating a book, the first person that gets the benefit is the translator, because we are, reading the book and translating the book for the first time. We are doing that coupling with the author. That's the thing. Doing the coupling with the author and the extraphysical team dedicated, and trying to do our best to express these ideas. And these ideas do transform us. And that's the beauty of doing translation and revision, and I love it. I'm very, very happy to be able to do this job. Very good. Jeffrey, would you like to share something with us about it?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. Look, it's a really well thought out book, and comprehensive as Dulce's nature. But with that, it's although it's complex, it's advanced sorts of insights and information, but it's also smooth, so it's not a hard read. Just takes a little bit of concentration, a bit of willpower, perhaps, to read. So, yeah, very effective book, very, very nicely written, and yeah, congratulations, Dulce, and all of the team involved in getting it out the door. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you to you all. And I would like to introduce the next book to you. And we are doing something a little bit different now. The author is going to speak in Portuguese, and then we are going to translate it, okay? Just stay with us. So we are going to talk about Marisa Andrade's book, if we can have the image. So that's Existential Projections, yeah. So author is Marisa Andrade, and translator Terezinha Andrade, the sister, right? And then we have the revisers that are Sérgio Fernandes. Yes. And Jeffrey Lloyd again, and Liliana Alexander too. Okay, so we're very happy of working together again.
Quem não colocou a mão, né? Boa noite a todos. Em primeiro lugar, quero agradecer a Terezinha pela disposição em fazer a tradução e a todos da Editares, da ISIC, que colaboraram nesse momento, a Thaís Oliveira, que fez a diagramação, ao Carlos, né, na pessoa, a Editares na pessoa do Carlos, que foi quem mediou essa obra para chegar até aqui. Se o leitor, homem ou mulher, se preocupar em qualificar a interassistência através de sua projetabilidade lúcida, experimentar o uso de uma técnica projetiva ou simplesmente na condição de pesquisador independente, querer começar a investir na neociência projeciologia, o livro Projeções Assistenciais oferece uma amostra de 60 capítulos, onde a autora relata a experiência de projeção espontânea e independente até o momento em que o processo muda a partir da tecnicidade, fechando com um relato de cosmoconsciência. A obra toda é referenciada pelo Tratado Projeciologia e levou 10 anos para ser publicada, atendendo aos critérios da paracientificidade exigida para o tema através da Editares, órgão oficial das publicações da Conscientiologia e que tornou uma GESCOM madura, concisa, pronta para atender ao seu público-alvo. É isso.
Okay, I guess it's my turn now.
It's your turn, Terezinha. Good to have you here.
Bear with me. If the reader is concerned about qualifying interassistance through lucid projectability to experience the use of projective technique, or simply as an independent researcher to begin to invest in the neuroscience projectiology, the book Assistive Projections offers a sample in 60 chapters where the author tells her experience of spontaneous and independent projections until the moment which that process changes, starting from the technicity and closing with the report of cosmic consciousness. The whole work is referenced through the treaty Projectiology, and it took 10 years to be published. Therefore, meeting the criteria of the parascientificity demanded for the theme by Editares, the official organ of Conscientiology publication, which made it a mature, concise, and ready to meet its target audience, GESCONs.
E um agradecimento especial à ISIC, que tornou uma realidade a publicação do livro em inglês, que o público-alvo em inglês possa ter acesso a essa obra, que eu sei que vai ser de grande valia, né, para quem gosta do assunto. Muito obrigada, ISIC.
We are the ones that we are thanking Marilsa. This is very good. It's a very important book that gives you a wide panorama of what projections and assistential projections can be. A very wide panorama. So we're very happy with this having this book finally published. Finalmente publicado. That's lovely. Yes, very good.
O Carlos como mediador aí de conflitos.
No, there's always, every book has its thing and it has its process and it takes the time that it takes and we all learn with this. Todos aprendemos com o processo. Right?
Sim, com certeza.
You're
Muito
all
obrigada. Muito obrigada.
Thank you to
Thank
you
you.
too.
Tá bom.
Okay. Would Jeff like to say something?
O Jeffrey, né? Foi revisor também.
Yes.
Un poquito. I did a little bit. Hey, a little bit. But no, congratulations. And look, I think it's great just to mention that, the more we experience, the more out-of-body experiences we have, and the more we can share those, the better it is. The more we record the details and share them in an organized and constructive way, like you've done, Marilza, I think it's to be congratulated. And so, and Terezinha for the translation. Well done, guys. It's a great conquest. So very happy to see it and to be here to celebrate with you. Congratulations, everyone.
It was nice seeing you.
You too.
You too. It was also, we want to once again thank the editors and the excellent work done by Editares, okay, that has made it possible. We are very grateful, all of us, okay. Now we have a book that was not published through Editares, but through Epigraph, which is another conscientiocentric, in this case, enterprise. This is the book Self-Care, Dynamic Approach to Integral Health, which is in my hand. Sorry, you don't have it there, which is already on Amazon everywhere. The authors are Fernanda Cabral-Schweizer and Mariana Cabral-Schweizer. The translators are Fernanda Liz and Flavia Liz Garcia. And the revisers are Victoria Shiban, Daniel Hiram Zengotita, and Jacqueline Cowan. So I would like to have a few words from Fernanda and Mariana, please.
Yes, hello everybody. It's our pleasure to be here. So good to be here, everyone. And I am Mariana, and I'm one of the co-authors. Yes, me and Fernanda, we are sisters. So we have the same familiar background. We're from the same city, a city from the south of Brazil. And we have been studying health and healthcare for over a decade. I am a nurse and Fernanda is a physician. And we started to write the book in Portuguese in 2015. And then right after we finished the book and launched the book, we had the opportunity to translate. So I would really like to thank our reviewers and our translators, because I had the opportunity to go to Canada and we thought it was a very good time to start the process to translate the book to English. And our team was great because they work overtime during holidays to finish because we had this deadline. And we were able to launch the book in an international event. It was in India, so we had the opportunity to take the book to India and present this material. And what is the book about? So the book is about self-care, and self-care, it's a continuous cycle of self-knowledge. So what you find in the book, it's references to knowledge in health related to Western medicine, complementary therapies, and consciential health. So we will also present some tools that can help you to organize your self-care process. And we have the Self-Care Triad, and also these tools, we have them available on English to download in the website of the book. So we made all this process so people can access the tools even though they do not have the book. So we invite everyone here to maybe take a look if you want to in the website. We'll put the link here in the chat. And also our interest is to promote self-care. If you are a person that works with healthcare, or if you want to develop as a patient, or maybe want to do with someone else. So these tools can be self-applied, or you can apply it with someone. And we have been doing workshops about this book since last year. And now we are doing a course within the university. So we last year taught about the book in a group of undergraduate students, and now we are working with workers from the healthcare field. So please, Fernanda, talk a little bit more about it.
Fernanda, tell us a bit more about the book as well.
Sure. And the idea is a method, a self-care method everyone can apply. Then we propose this method considering the self-care triad. That is a synthesis of what self-care means. So you must first self-knowledge yourself and your objectives, desires, weak traits, strong traits, know yourself, know where you wanting to go, and then knowing the resources you can use in health system, in integrative system, integrative health options, practice, in conscientiology, tools, techniques, and also the cosmovision that we call the health cosmovision. So what is this we call health? What is this we call self-care? How does it work in my society, in my country? In how do I buy or comprehend this relation with a therapist? And so when you connect this this cosmovision, when you connect this with your own purpose and the resources you have, then you can structure better your self-care. And for structuring, we propose a 4-step method, a FEMA method. So in the first step, you find what is happening, symptom, desire, something you wanna achieve or change or treat, a feeling, sometimes not a specific illness. Then after you find also what resources you can apply. Then in the second step, you embrace this situation, this illness, this disease as your own, considering you are a consciousness. This is part of your paragenetics, your methodology, your story. And when we embrace, it's easier to connect with this reality, and then go to the next step, that is move. When we begin to make changes, to try to experience different behaviors and techniques, practice, tools, to transform our relation with this situation and achieve a new balance in this context. And if we need, and usually we do, the 4th step is again in a moment, this balance you achieved is going to change, and maybe you have to begin the cycle again. So it's a never-ending cycle as evolution, because self-care and evolution are really tight. These 4 steps, we propose some tools so everyone can apply. As Mariana said, these tools are in our site. That is in Portuguese, the name, but the content is also in English. So it's autocuidado.org. Maybe we can share here in the chat. And in these tools, we have 2 tools. The first tool is a tool about your self-care personal line, your history, to help you to organize this, all these health passages in your life. And the second tool is a canvas with questions in the 4-step sequences, so you can organize a strategy, a managing process for your healthcare, your self-care. And to help, but I would like also to ask Jacqueline to talk a little about her experience in translating and reviewing the book. We have some reviewing translators and reviewers that probably you don't know the name because they are not from from the conscientiology cycle. And this is a characteristic of our book. We have a lot of material in the conscientiology and out of the conscientiology too. But Jacqueline knows very well this conscientiological idea of self-care. So please, Jacqueline, would you please share with us your experience?
Sure, no, it's great to be here. Of course, you know, I'm just one of the reviewers, so I can't talk on behalf of the others, but I can talk about my experience. But yeah, it was a very nice experience working with you guys and reviewing the book. And learning more and engaging more with this Holocaust of self-care. I think it really prompts people who read the book. It really reflects the amount of knowledge and experiences you guys have had with this topic, you know, and I think it prompts people to have to go deeper into this topic and really have these self-reflections. At least, even though I was the reviewer, you know, I had those reflections about my level of self-care, and it gives all these techniques, as you guys mentioned, and so it was very nice to be involved in this process. And of course, for me being the reviewer and the level of attention to detail, I think it was, yeah, for me it was an interesting experience because it was very professionally written, very well written. And so, yeah, for me, I learned a lot through the process, but also, yeah, I was very happy to help with this. It was a very intense period of, you know, a short period, but yet you guys organized very well, like all the reviews and translators to make the book happen. And it's, you know, a book that's now in a shorter period of time that's available for the English-speaking public to really take advantage, to have, you know, another book of conscientiology there. So congratulations, guys. And yeah, very nice.
Thank you. And we would like to share that we start already reviewing the Spanish version of the book. So if you are a Spanish-speaking person, don't worry. Hopefully soon you will have access to this material in Spanish. So, yep, that's good. Thank you, Jacqueline.
Yes, it's good that you've put here in YouTube, yes, that we did also an official launching of the book. So if people want to know more in English, you already can look on YouTube and our channel, right? So you will find information of the, you know, the first launching that we did in English, right? Okay, very good. This brings us to the end, and I would like to thank everyone that was present. It was really very good, very precious for all of us, for sure. Again, we would like to thank all the authors, translators, reviewers, the team of Editares, our editors, and I also want to pass to Virginia so that you can say a little something in Spanish, maybe.
Yes, no,
in
English.
And Gina in Romanian. Please, let's say goodbye in each language.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask everyone to open their cameras. Por favor, abran todas las cámaras.
So we can do a photo? Maybe?
Yes, we can thank you everyone for their presence today. Thank you so much. The authors, Editares.
Everyone with camera open, please.
So, muchísimas gracias a todos por participar de esta actividad. Conozcan a los autores. Nos vemos el próximo año con más libros y esperemos que consigamos lanzar más.
We already have many in the line to come out. In Romanian, in Spanish, in English. We're happy with that. It never stops.
Exactly.
Gracias, everybody. Thank you all.
Thank you,
everybody.
Much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ISIC, for creating
Bye.
the opportunity. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Vamos sair na foto.
Yes.